With the success of the first Enola Holmes movie from a few years back starring Millie Bobby Brown, it looks like the long-anticipated sequel has finally been released. The film is set to release on November 4th, 2022, and the cast currently promotes it around the internet. We saw Millie Bobby Brown talk about her time as the character, and she gave some interesting insights. So stay tuned to today's video, as we discuss everything to do with Enola Holmes 2. First, playing Enola Holmes made Millie Bobby Brown afraid to film Stranger Things. Enola Holmes 2 is set to release on November 4th on the streaming platform Netflix. 18-year-old Millie Bobby Brown has been doing a bunch of interviews over the last few weeks, and she has recently expressed her love for Enola and described her as a much more mature, loud, and hectic character within the film sequel. She also described how playing the character has caused her some real trouble while filming the upcoming final season of Stranger Things. In the interview, she spoke about the riveting adventures and mysterious whimsy of playing Enola Holmes. The movies and book series are well known for the character's tendency to break down each engagement and talk through the fourth wall to the audience. She interacts directly with the camera, and as we know, the telepathic Stranger Things character 11 does not share this quirk with Enola Holmes. Through a report by the website Today during a Q&A cast screening at the New York City film premiere, Millie Bobby Brown compared filming Enola Holmes to something like a YouTube video or vlog. She also went on to talk about how playing Enola Holmes made her much more used to breaking the fourth wall within projects, which prompted a massive nightmare when she started to bring in Enola's quirks into Stranger Things, when returning to play 11 once again. While filming the latest season, Millie Bobby Brown said she had a dream on the set of Stranger Things. She said she couldn't stop looking at the camera, and now it's a deep-rooted fear within her that she will never stop looking at the camera, so she's currently obsessed with stopping that. Though it wouldn't make much sense, it would be weird and pretty funny to see 11 suddenly give the camera a wink during the final battle of Stranger Things Season 5. We have seen much weirder things than the Upside Down, but it might lead to some cool stuff if 11 does gain this power. Millie Bobby Brown's new Netflix movie Enola Holmes 2 is set to launch on November 4th, and you can currently purchase a basic subscription to Netflix for $10 a month. The first movie's release was an outstanding success, and the books gained a wider audience as they are very different from the film. You should check out the books if you have the time and are that deep into the Enola Holmes story. And now, on to some other Stranger Things news and information to wrap up today's video. Next up, Millie Bobby Brown found it hard to let go of this co-star from the show. Throughout Netflix's airing of Stranger Things up until Season 4, there have been many twists and turns within the story. The popular sci-fi television series has seen Vecna attacking Hawkins, and several popular characters dying throughout the show. Through each season, fans get massively shocked, and the show's lead character Millie Bobby Brown said she found it very hard to say goodbye to her co-stars for the final time. She recently came out and admitted that her heart broke when characters happened to die in the series. As she said, it took a little longer than usual to get over a few of the show's dramatic deaths. Millie Bobby Brown recently spoke to Entertainment Tonight to talk about the death of certain characters. She stated that she loved Billy's character and had a really good relationship with the actor Dacre Montgomery. I had a really good relationship with him, so for me, it was really hard to let go of that, said Brown. Millie further added that Matthew Modine, aka Papa's death, also shocked her. She said, and the same thing with Papa, Matthew Modine, in this season. I had a really good relationship with Papa. I had a good relationship with Matthew, and letting him go was hard. Fans are currently awaiting the show's final season, as it was announced that this coming season would be its last. Multiple spin-off series have been announced, meaning the Stranger Things legacy will continue for the next few decades. Fans are speculating if anyone could return from the grave for the final season. There is a massive fan through right now that Joseph Quinn's character, Eddie Munson, could return after his death was not completely on screen. Looking back to the episode, he died to protect Dustin upside down, but could return in the 5th season in some shape or form. It's well known in series that if a character doesn't die on screen, that most likely means they are not dead. This is also true for many old 80s films, which show Do Things is completely inspired by. Many horror movies of the time had characters supposedly die die off-screen, but returned in full working condition later. However, one of the biggest concerns that fans have right now is what will happen to Max, as Vecna almost killed her at the end of Season 4. Where we left off, the character was bedridden and couldn't speak or hear anything. She was in a coma after her battle with Vecna, and broke most of her bones. Though Millie Bobby Brown couldn't tell us what's going to happen in Season 5, she talked about how the fan theory was phenomenally written. The 4th season of Stranger Things ended on a very intriguing note, as it piqued viewers' interest in the show's final season. The 5th season has been said to be the largest by the show's creators, with all the protagonists will finally come together in Hawkins for one final battle against the villain Vecna. Rather than having multiple different groups spread across the world, we will have the original groups back together. This means that the original group of kids we brought together, Steve, Nancy, and Robin. We cannot wait for more details about Stranger Things in Season 5, as forthcoming trailers over the next year or so should pique everyone's interest. Please let us know in the comments section below your thoughts on Stranger Things in Season 4, and what you hope to see within the 5th season of Stranger Things. Finally, the Vecna lair from Stranger Things is now up for sale at a whopping $1.5 million. A cast iron urinal, an antique wall safe, and a starring role in the Netflix hit Stranger Things are just some of the unusual features that come with this newly listed home in Rome, Georgia, on the market for $1.5 million. Eagle-eyed fans of the sci-fi horror drama will spot the 140-year-old property in the show's latest season as home to the troubled Creel family and Vecna's lair in the Upside Down, the world's alternate dimension in the show. Locally known as the Claremont House because of a bed and breakfast that operated there for many years, the home has been a source of pride for the local community, said listing agent Jeb Arp of Tolls, Temple & Wright, Inc., who was handling the sale with his colleagues Mimi Richards and Katie Geddes-Edwards. Seeing the home transformed not once but twice throughout filming was exciting for our town. Not only will the next owners be buying a piece of history, but a piece of pop culture, he added. Throughout the home, you can recognize much of what has been prominently featured in the show's 4th season, including the majestic formal dining room, where telekinesis is no longer practiced during meals, an adjoining parlor, perfect for playing Dungeons & Dragons, and a living room ideal for hosting meetings of the Hellfire Club, reads the listing, referring to kids' game of choice on the show and their group dedicated to it. While producers gave the home a dramatic and sinister makeover for the show, away from the silver screen, the owners, whom Mansion Global couldn't identify, have restored the Victorian home to its period grandeur. Behind the main house, there is also a Gothic-style guest house with a sitting room. Though this place is light years away from the famed Upside Down, it's an awesome and splendid grand modernization of an old house. It would be awesome to see any Stranger Things fan buy this property and show it off as the true masterpiece of a house that it is. Please let us know in the comments section below what you think about this house and its connection to one of the biggest series of all time. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, please let us know in the comments section below. It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!